I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. We are finally back. Get confetti in their face one time. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another great week of Twisted Transitions. Now, it has been quite some time since I've talked to you guys, and we're going to catch up on all things that have been happening so that we can make sure that, you know, you guys are caught up with everything that I've been doing. We're going to check on you and see what you guys have been doing as well. But the last show we had a special guest on, CJ, the DJ, and that was a great interview. And then since then, we've had Thanksgiving, we've had first week of December, and now we are in the second week of December, which is nuts. The end of the year is right around the corner, and it has been a hell of a year. So much to go over, so much to make sure that you guys are knowledgeable on, and then we're gonna have a good Q&A tonight. If I have time permitting, of course. But I'd like to welcome in all of you. So we got Freddie After Dark. What's good, man? Appreciate you. Fresh Family DJs. What's happening? All the way from the UK, from London. I love it. Okay, so DJ, yo, I'm on here. Wow. Like this. Oh man, I missed you guys. Wickham, what's going on, man? What's happening? Yes, it has been long. It's been long, man. First time catching you live. Always watch the replay. Appreciate you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Glad you are here. DJ K, what's good? Yeah, it's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute. And you're about to see exactly why it has been a minute. I haven't just been sitting around doing nothing. I mean, there's a reason for my absence, and we're going to go over that. DJ Mike in the building. We're going to talk about DJ Mike as well. He has been a lifesaver over my time being gone, and we both have been extremely busy, and that will continue into this weekend, of course. G Kenny, what's good? My moderator, G Kenny, appreciate you coming through, man. A day in the life of DJ Matt 121. What's good? What's good? It's DJ Soto. What's happening? What's happening? Let's see. DJ, hey Jay, question. Okay. Hold on. DJ, you going right into a question. I haven't even welcomed everybody in the show and stuff yet. You're going to have to give me at least a second. I got a whole Q&A portion at the end of the show, and I'll let you ask any question you want. Just hold on. Just hold on. Okay, so let's talk about some stuff here. I don't expect a lot of people to be in the house tonight. I don't. If there is a lot of people in the house tonight, that's cool. I don't expect it. I've been gone. I get it. This is going to be like my slap back in the face. You want to be gone? We're not going to show up. So we're going to make this thing happen. We're going to make it happen. So let's talk about it here. First things first. So the first gig that I want to talk about is my first Christmas party for 2023 for, good gracious. I can't even click stuff right. There we go. I want to talk about the first gig of first Christmas party back in November. And November kind of kicked things off towards the end of it here. I had an event where it was I guess just a holiday party, but it was an early holiday party. It was weirdly early because it was in right before Thanksgiving. And I guess this was the only time that they can have it. And, here's the setup and everything that I had here. And I actually brought back the Chauvet Wash Effects 2s. Now, this was the first time bringing them back out in quite some time. And it was just easier to use these guys on this evening because everybody was going to be like right in front of me. What I didn't know is that the participation was going to be very limited. I had no idea. I thought this company had told me prior to having the event that they had not had a Christmas party in 14 years. And this was like the first time in 14 years that they were going to have one. So I totally expected everybody to be loose. Alcohol was involved. You could see on this next photo here that, I had, my lighting with the Bose. God, I cannot talk tonight. With both IR4s, I had them on the post right here in the middle. And then in that far corner, way over there, there was a mirror booth by another company. So I was contracted out as well. This was not my gigs here. So I was contracted through the same company that had the photo booth. And, they just wouldn't, the young lady just told me, hey, we just want you to play good music and let everybody have a good time. I'm like, cool, no problem. So I didn't even play like Christmas music because I felt like that would be a little bit corny for the dinner. I just kind of kept it, upbeat like I normally do. Just trying out some different tracks and stuff upbeat. And I saw a lot of head nodding, so I figured I was going to have great participation. But that definitely was not the case. As soon as the dance floor opened, I thought I would get something. There was nobody. When I say nobody, I want you to look back at this first picture. You see how that dance floor, how that looks right in front of me? That stayed like that for about 95% of the night. It was like that. I'm literally playing all different kinds of music, all different genres of music for everybody in there because it was a company that had both white and black in the building. And there was nobody dancing. Not one, no matter what I played. I even played, I I had one lady be brave and get up and come ask me whether or not I could play a Latin song, because there was a couple of Latin employees, and I'm like, cool. I don't have a problem doing that. So I played it, and the Latin employees were a couple. They both worked there. So one couple came out and danced to a Latin song, and that was it. Slides didn't work. Classic songs didn't work. 2000s didn't work. 90s didn't work. It was literally just how I'm showing it right now. Like when I took this picture, it literally stayed just like that. Now the lights were pulled down and stuff, of course. I had the lights moving in there. I mean, I have no video footage for you guys because there was nothing to record. I almost, recorded nobody doing anything, but there was nothing to record. So that's how I kicked off the Christmas season, the Christmas parties, with a gig like that. And I'm just like, I asked the lady at the end of the night, I said, you know what? I tried to do everything. I tried to get people going. She was like, I don't know. I don't know why people didn't get up, but we love what you did. And I'm like, if you loved it, why didn't you come out? I literally felt like a jukebox at a bar. And she was just like, we loved it. So thank you so much. I was like, okay, well, I did everything I could do. I did everything I could do. So that was that. That was the first holiday party. And, it was good to kind of be done with that, to say the least. So then after this party, this is when Thanksgiving happened. So, Thanksgiving landed on a Thursday, so I wasn't able to do the show stuff for that Thursday. But that following Sunday is when I had a Sweet 16 party. And I was kind of fooled again with this party. Okay, first of all, it was on a Sunday. I was already worried. Second of all, is with kids. So you got to be careful with kids. I made sure the playlist that I had was exactly what the young lady had wanted. I let her use the Vibo app and let her just plug in songs so I can kind of understand the vibe that she wanted. And she wanted basically like pop and 2000s, pop 2000 songs, like, some classics as far as pop goes, but mainly pop 2000. So I didn't have a problem with that. I played it. My thing with this event was that there was 7 kids at this party. Now this, I mean, you could see I did up lights around the room. I switched to the movers for this event. I didn't do the wash effects. And there's over in, let's see, maybe I can point like this. Over in that area over here in this corner, there's actually a whole wall that is set up that has like a Sweet 16 backdrop and for them to take pictures and everything with. And it was just just in this one room. The room wasn't, huge, but it had like 4 tables and like 8 chairs at each table. And the kids only filled up one table. The other side was just parents over there. And guys, I just got to tell you, I thought I was going to have like 30 kids. And it was just 7. And those 7 kids took a second to come out. They finally did come out. But they kept going to the bathroom. And when they went to the bathroom, they all went together. So it's like when you take 7 kids, the only 7 kids there, and they all go to the bathroom at once, you're left with a naked dance floor again. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. You guys have paid for up lights. You got me out here on a Sunday. You want me to run 4 hours for 7 kids. And it was weird. But we made it through it. We got it done. And again, I don't have any footage of this just because it was, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say about these. 2 weirdly odd gigs back to back. I can't make this up. This happens. This happens. So got done with the Sweet 16. What do we have next? Well, then came this past Saturday. So this past Saturday, here's where we got a little bit better. We got back to what we do, and we got back to expectations and stuff like that. So this is the setup for my wedding this past Saturday. I was able to have the 4 movers from Sheds, and then I've got the hoa board there in the middle, and this was great. This was great. They used a long room to where the room was, just it didn't have a lot of width, but it was just long. So they had about 220 guests, and you could see it in this next photo here during the ceremony. It was packed, and see, they had a lot of guests, a lot of guests, and she had a lot of, well, not just she, the couple had a lot of cues. There was a lot of cues at this one. Like, when we do this, do this. When we go here, do this. When we go up here and the person says this, do this. Or that's your cue to do this. And it was a lot of things that I had to remember. Thank God for Vibo and notes, because that's the only way I was able to keep up with that. But they had a grand entrance as well. I want to show you guys that. So here's their grand entrance. It was cool. It had a projector of the image of that day. Then it had their name up there. And then I introduced right there, and they come through. Cole Sparks hit. Gave them a great intro. I thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen somebody use the back of the linen as for a projector. I thought that was really cool. I thought that they used the room to its fullest potential. So I did all my announcements through the room. Through the curtains, and then that video started playing, only to have them come through and come right through it here. And then the videographer, he was doing all video from the day, and he went back and edited during cocktail hour, and that was a live edit, and he put that whole thing together through Final Cut Pro. I was very impressed. And then he ran it up to the projector, and it was able to play that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it's interesting because the angle that you guys are seeing here, I actually gave the guy who was standing next to me my phone to record this. And I was sitting there wondering, I was like, once it hits right here, you just kind of follow them in. So he just kept it here the whole time. He kept it at one angle the entire time. And I thought he was going to pan over and show the bride and groom, but he just held it there. So that's why I only have this shot. And so, of course, I had to edit it down a little bit. But, this was fantastic for the intro. Then after that, I had them dancing pretty good. So here's them on the dance floor. They had a great time. I had a lot of people on the dance floor, but there was also a lot of people on the sides too. I had an episode with the groom's grandfather. He he actually he sent word through a couple of people that the music that I was playing for dinner was not wedding music. So he sent word up to me that I needed to change it. And one of the times he sent the groom's mom up there to tell me as well that I needed to change it. And I was like, well, the bride and groom actually asked for this type of music during their dinner because they have been to several weddings before, and they didn't want everybody to just kind of be like, or be like, playing like somber music or just playing slow music or classic music. They wanted more upbeat. And that's what I kept it. Not really dancing, just more upbeat. This is another video of them dancing. I switched over here. I didn't know if you guys knew that, but I switched over to some more. And, like I said, these guys had a great time. And then the next slide, here's them again. And it was fantastic, man. Like these guys had a time. We danced from the moment they released me to all the way to the end, which was great. And I could not ask for more from those guys. The next thing that happened at this wedding. So that same grandfather who came up to me, he he actually came up at the end. Oh no, when the dancing started, and he kind of like hit me on my, like he didn't like tap me. He like hit me on my arm, and he was like, play shout. And I'm like, okay. But thinking to myself, like, you're one guy and you're sitting over here. You're not doing really much. Like, if I play it, I'll play it later. And then his sweet, innocent wife came over, and she was just the most innocent thing ever. She was very likable. And she slipped me a napkin and had on there, could you please play shout and celebration? And I was like, yeah, sure. I don't have a problem with doing that. So I played it, and I saw him come out, and he was dancing. And then by the end of the night, Grandpa was extra drunk, and he asked me to play David Allan Coe. And I'm just like, somebody gonna have to come get Granddad, because he's going too far. We're not going to do all that. This is not your party, my guy. This is not the one you want. So that was a great wedding. I actually tried to get, if you look in between the lights here, the moving heads, you'll see the pole that's in the middle. I actually tried to get a gig log from this one, because I felt like it was going to be a good one. And I forgot the cable that connects from the battery to the camera. I forgot that cable. So I did not get any footage from this. I mean, I even started a gig log on my other handheld camera, the DJI Osmo. I had started my whole intro and talked about some stuff, but it is what it is. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw everything that I did that night. It's all good. But this weekend, I definitely have double checked. I have all my stuff. I'm going to record this wedding this weekend, because it should be good. Should be pretty good. All right. So then lastly, Tuesday of this week, I had by far the biggest production gig I have ever had. Now, again, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know and have seen images, video, and all this stuff on there. But this was the Jim Hudson Christmas party. Now, for those who don't live in South Carolina, Jim Hudson is probably one of the biggest car dealerships here in the Midlands. And their Christmas party has been at, a basketball arena or an event arena every year for the last 4 or 5 years. And they've had a band for the last 4 or 5 years. So this was a change up. And they hired me to be able to do so. So shouts out to DJ Mike, because he came out with me and he helped me get my sound and everything together. But these curtains that are to the left, that are down here, these curtains that are right over here, behind them are like, event seating, but there's a little area for you to put speakers. So there was actually QSC K12.2s. I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was probably about 10 of those around the whole area. And when I show you these other pictures, you'll be able to kind of see a little bit more. But it was very, very, very huge. 1,300 people were at this event. 1,300 people work for this company, and they had it in, the one of the biggest venues that we have here. I mean, I have never been on this floor. I've been to concerts here. I've been to wrestling events here. I've been to basketball games here. I've been to all kind of stuff here. But I mean, for me to be playing on the floor, that was actually pretty insane. And one of the craziest things about this is I was able to bring back out all the QSCs that I have. So on here, I have the 181 subwoofers, the KW 181 subwoofers. I've got the two KW 153 speakers in the middle on each side. And then at the top, I've got two of the KW 122s at the top. And then, like I said, K12.2s all the way around the whole room. Probably about 10 more of those. So the sound was incredible in there. And the place who did all the lighting, like the cafe lighting and everything that you see above there, that's who brought the K12.2s. I didn't have those. I just had what you see right here. But the K12.2s that were around there, he had all those. And he also had two additional KW 181s as well. So there was, 4 subs and like all these tops around the room, and then my setup. So it turned into something, but initially it was slow going. They wanted me to play just Christmas music, kind of background, and they also wanted me to, don't do any dancing. I was literally told in the instructions, no request, no dancing, no lights, no nothing. Like nothing like that. You don't even see any lights here. Like I didn't use anything at all. This was supposed to be like an atmosphere type event. And then about 2 hours in, they told me, okay, let's go ahead and turn it up a little bit. So we did. We turned up a little bit here. So let me show you this. That's CJ here. So you can see here, the courtesy DJ Mike taking this video. This is Mike here. This is when they actually let me start playing. Got the headphones and everything on. And then I should be able to switch over here. So this is DJ Mike capturing it here, but you could see it right there in the front. Started having people right there in front who were kind of dancing and partying. And they were doing their thing. And then this last one right here, you can kind of see how the room was filled. This is a lot of people. And you can see people getting down and stuff right there. But there wasn't even a dance floor. Like the fact that these people had room right in front of me was very surprising. I think that they moved tables around a little bit because there was tables almost all the way up to my stage. And I was in the center of the whole floor. So it was something, to say the least. It was definitely something. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was being a part of that was so different and gave me just such a new look, a new leash on stuff. Like it makes me want to do larger events. And I was, this is just a step closer to doing events, for like a stadium and stuff like that. This is the closest that I've ever been to doing something like that. But, hopefully they'll have us back and I'll be able to really knock that out. Like I said, shouts out again to DJ Mike for helping with the sound and just making sure that, everything worked the way it was supposed to. We had a slight issue trying to get the surrounding speakers to tap off of my system, but once we figured that out, it was all good. I mean, he had a bag that had, some additional stuff in there, stuff I don't carry. Like he had a XLR splitter that we used. Like it was great. So shouts out to DJ Mike for helping out with that. And he got to experience all that as well because I couldn't believe it. And I'm sure he couldn't believe where we were and what we were doing. So I thought it was pretty good. But I did not record these guys. So there will be no gig log on that. It was just a good time, to be totally honest with you. So that's what I have been up to. So you guys can see that it has been super, super busy. I have not just been sitting around twiddling on my thumbs. And so I just mainly wanted to hop back on here and just kind of catch you guys up, get back into the swing of things, and then get ready to try to close out the year here, because this Saturday is the final gig for the year for me. And then, of course, January just brings on a whole new set of challenges. So no New Year's gig for me, but I am still trying to do a round robin. If you want to be a part of the round robin, I will be posting and putting, stuff out there. I'm going to have, people DM me. I'm going to have you email me so that I can get these links out, and I need to make sure I have to kind of give you a checklist of everything that you'll need in order for you to be able to stream with us. I want to try to get like probably 10 guys if I can, or 10 DJs, not just guys, 10 DJs that we can kind of cycle through, and just to see if we can get it done. So I definitely want to test that out and see. If you guys saw me on my live drive at 5 yesterday, I've updated my camera, and my camera now shoots 4K. So I will be in full 4K doing, my portion of the mixing for New Year's, but I definitely want to start advertising for that right after this gig. So starting Sunday, this coming up Sunday, we are going to try to get this round robin DJ thing going. And if you would like to be a part of that, I will be posting on Instagram the contact that you will use to sign up for that, and the things that you need to check and make sure that you have in order to be a part of that. So be on the lookout for that, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's very important, because that's where all the updates are going to come up from. And so you'll have that. So let me give you that Instagram right there. Here's the Instagram, just DJ JayBook. It's real simple. You just follow me there and be on the lookout for my stories. Keep up with the stories so we can do that if you are interested. Okay. So I got all that out the way. Don't forget, every Wednesday, we do live drive at 5 on Twitch. Great chance for you guys to check me out DJing. Very, very specific to certain genres. So I try to stay on topic as much as possible. This past yesterday was R&B. That video should be going out tomorrow, so you can see that. But if you'd like to see me live, definitely check me out on Twitch every Wednesday, 5 p.m. EST. Okay, and let's get into some Q&A, because I haven't seen or talked to you guys in quite some time. So let's do some Q&A here. There we go. And let's see if I can make this box square, if I can. Actually, let's do rectangle. Let's do wide. There we go. Okay. All right. So you know how we do this. Put a hashtag in the comments, hashtag ask. So I know that you're asking a question. I'm going to go back through the comments here real quick and see if I missed anything, any questions that I may have missed. Let's see here. Looks like everybody's just kind of chopping it up in here right now. I'll receive my RCF. Yeah, Wickman, that system you got is sick. I hate DJing Christmas party. I don't ever want to DJ one. I was going to DJ, but it got canceled. I was booked in my college. I don't want to do DJ at Xmas party anymore. They actually are fun when they are fun. When people actually get out and dance, they're actually pretty fun. Plus, it gives you an opportunity to play, different styles of music, which is good. Stevie Ray, what's good? What's good? If you got paid, that's all that matters. DJ Kenny, nice setup. Sometimes you get gigs like that. Anyone Sweet 16 consider a private party I see is normal Sweet 16. All I can say, Book, is Mama said there will be days like this. That's facts. DJ James King, what's good? What's good? Man, I hate when you get some hating student in the crowd. Yeah, you definitely do. Hey, everyone, I have a question for you. Sweet 16 considered a private party I see is normal. I did my first gig. My first gig log this past weekend. Now I know you're James. Now you understand? There are a lot more added to the plate to try to vlog everything while doing an event. Now you see. Now James, what's crazy is you did this, and I've done 500 gig logs. I've done 500. I have edited every last one of them. That means I set up the camera for every last one of them. Like, you see the pain now, right? You understand now, right? So when a gig log comes out and 60 people look at it, or 200 people look at it, or less than 1,000 look at it, you feel like, what did I do that for? I'm telling you. It is, man. I'm glad somebody said this. Oh, appreciate you, DJ K. That's what's up. Jay, you did it. Congrats. DJ in the arena party. You are rich. You did it since the beginning. You are better than me. I still can't do celebrations like you do because I don't have a supporting family. Oh, no. Got to get a supporting squad. All right. Here we go. Our first ask here. Don't forget, put hashtag ask in the comments so we can get your question answered. And if I don't know the answer, if you guys see it in the chat, make sure you let the person know that you have an answer. Wickham says, have you ever considered switching from wash moving heads to spot or beams? Well, now you remember that I come from the beam world. You know, I still have my ADJ Focus Spot 4Zs down there, and you know, they are still my classics. And you know, I'm definitely not getting rid of them. I just use them for so long I want to get these into a good bit of use because they look great. I mean, one thing I like about them is they look great on a pole, and then they look great on like camera. You know, and it's not dots, and it's different stuff happening, and it's not the same light. There's 4 of them. Like, it's great. And I definitely will take a chance and go back to movers. I'm not just completely getting rid of them. I don't hate them. I definitely love my movers. I just want to give them a break because I use movers, spot movers, or beam movers for quite some time. I mean, you can go back to any gig log prior to 2 years ago, and I think that's all I used. And I just wanted to change. This is just a change. So just kind of trying to spruce up the setup and give myself some options. So I'm not just stuck to just one thing. Let's see. Vlogging is difficult. All right, James King. James King said, how have you found Sound Switch? I found a Control One on Facebook Marketplace for $140, thinking about picking it up. So I don't use Sound Switch. I use the Wolf Mix. But Mike, DJ Mike, he uses Sound Switch and he likes it. He has programmed all his lights into it, and it's able to run through Serato, so it gives him a pretty cool light show. His uplights, his movers, his wash effects, all of that runs through Serato and Sound Switch. So I mean, he likes it. I have never messed with it before. I know a lot of DJs go towards it, but I mean, I like the Wolf Mix, and I'm still learning the Wolf Mix to this very day. I didn't learn presets until August of this year, and I've had the Wolf Mix for 3 years now, and I didn't learn presets until this past August. So like I said, I'm still learning on there. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. One thing that I really want to do, and it's hard for me, is like, I don't want to have to take the lights out every single time. I think that's something that kind of aggravates me. Like, they have this 3D mapping thing that you could do, the way you can take every light that you have programmed into the system, and you can put it around, put it on this digital version of a room, and then you could kind of set it up and show the layout or how you want the lights and how you want them to work. But every time I try that, it just doesn't go, it doesn't go as planned. And I would like to be able to program them without taking them out. So I think that would make it a hell of a lot easier, because right now it's pretty aggravating to do that. So, but probably during my downtime, probably in February when it's a little bit slower, I will I will try to program more into presets, because I'm pretty happy with presets. I like what it does. I also like that it gives me different shows that I've created that I can set up to where it will switch and go to that pattern by itself while I'm DJing. I find myself doing less lights when I'm DJing when I have the presets going. So I do like that aspect of it. Let's see. DJ K says, Jay, I know you updated. I know the update for Serato has been out for quite some time for the Performer and all those new controllers. I know you use the Rev 7 and the Rain platters. Did you update your software? So the Rev 7 did not have an update from what I understand. I tried to look for it once I did the new update on Serato to make sure that I was using, the most up-to-date software for both of them. And the Rev 7 didn't give me an update that is needed. And I looked on Pioneer's website, and I think it still had like March 24 was the last update for the Rev 7. The other products like the Rain and my Cross 12s, they didn't have an update on there as well. So it looks like the compatibility is still great with those. There's no new update. There probably will be a new one maybe sometime next year. But the Pioneer's website still has the last update for the Rev 7 as March 2024. So that I do have the latest for that. If there is a new update, and maybe I looked at that back in October. So if there is a new update, then I'll be more than happy to do it. But for right now, it didn't give me anything new. Okay, let's see. DJ, hey Jay, do you still have the Pioneer Rack DJ mixer? I would like to buy it from you if you still have it. Like an email rack mixer. Oh my God, that thing from a long time ago. That thing that I had as one of my first setups. That thing. Oh man. Yeah, I still have it. I still have it. It doesn't. I don't even know if I should sell that. Only because I don't think it works. I probably need to trash it. Because I know the fader is rough. The fader's rough on it. Yeah, we could try to talk about it. I have to check it out and see if it still works. DJ Scowl, I think Scowl. Is there a way to pre-listen to a track on Rekordbox with an S7 without loading the track on the deck? On controller, it is possible. FYI, I moved from DJM 900 NXS2 to the S7. I have an S7 as well with my Cross 12s. But I don't have Rekordbox, and I've never messed with Rekordbox, so I'm not sure, to be totally honest with you. I don't have any dealings with Rekordbox at all. I've never, ever, ever used them. If anybody in the chat knows the answer to this question, please help out our fellow DJ, because I have no idea. I don't use Rekordbox at all. Wickham, do those sheds give you different light patterns like a gobo? Even been going back and forth on whether to get a wash or a spot moving head. Okay, so that's another reason why I like the sheds movers, because they don't give you a gobo. It's all wash. It is a straight wash light. The same thing that the Wash FX2 gives you, that's the same thing that the wash mover from Shed gives you. Just a color, a circular light, and you can have it, spread wide, or you can have it shrink down to a smaller circle. But for the most part, I keep it in full. I don't try to go outside of the circular ring here, so I don't like it to go wide. Because if you're running 4 of them, when you're having 2 side by side, they tend to, even if they're doing something different, they tend to kind of blend more. Like, instead of going all the way over and one being here and one being here, they kind of go right here, and it's still 2 lights shining in the same area. So I like to keep the circle smaller, so that when it goes here, that's a beam over here, or a wash over here, and they're not touching. it just looks better. But no, they do not have any gobos in the wash movers. Yeah, DJ mixing definitely takes practice. I have the Wolf Mix as well. That's what's up. Wolf Mix has been phenomenal for my gigs. People love the light shows. Absolutely. Don't hesitate. With sheds, they are pretty good. Yeah, they are. DJ can actually look at both, especially. Yes, both like I will buy. Okay, I can fix it. Gotcha. All right. Any other questions that you guys may have? First time back. This is your time. If you're in the chat, I mean, also, if you are here right now, if you could just do me a favor and give a thumbs up for being back, doggone it. Let's just give a thumbs up just for being back in the building. So, if you have to leave for whatever reason, before you leave, just give a thumbs up. Let's just see if we can get 20 thumbs up. We got, 19 people in here. If everybody gives a thumbs up, we'll be close. So let's see if we can get that. James King says, I use both lights, but I am tired of controlling them with the remote. That's why I'm considering the control room run for sound switch. Well, I can tell you right now, I use both lights. I use Shed's lights. Is that the only two companies I'm using right now? I mean, I have ADJ stuff, of course, and I have Chavez stuff. But those are the ones that I'm currently using a lot of. Like tomorrow, I will have 2 movers, 2 Sheds wash movers on gravity stands. I have Bose. Why do I keep saying Bose? Both S4s for uplighting, and I'll be using the IR4s for facade lighting. All for my event tomorrow, and I'll be using. I keep saying tomorrow. I told y'all I can't talk. And I'm using Cold Sparks tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get a detailed gig log for you guys tomorrow, since it'll be the last one I post for this year. And I've got some great gigs for you next year, but I want to go out with at least a gig log this year on top of a mix. So that would be great. Oh, I just need some water. Jesus. All right. Wickham, do you miss gobos for your light shows? No. I actually kind of don't like the designs as much as I did before. Like, I kind of miss being able to, have that preset where people walk into the room and the 2 lights are shining out on the floor and they've got, different designs on them. I kind of miss that, but now I just take the wash movers and shine them up at the ceiling. And, that's kind of like the answer for that. But, no, I don't, I really haven't given it a second thought. I mean, I probably will start going back and forth sometime next year. Once I figure out how I want to get the 4Zs, back out, because they are too heavy to sit on the gravity stand. So the reason I say that is because the gravity stand will start doing that rocking like this if I take out the 4Zs. And I don't want that. That would be nice not to do that. Okay, James King says, what program does the Wolf Mix use? Oh gosh. I can't remember what that little software is called that it comes with. I don't remember. I have to. Oh, it was on my laptop, wasn't it? Let me see. Hold on 1 second. W Tools is what it says. I don't even know what that is. It's like they said W Tools. I don't know. Wolf Mix Tools. I don't know. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's like oh man. I cannot think of it. It's eluding me right now. I can't tell you, James. I can't tell you. I would definitely have to look that up real quick. I can't remember. Wickham says, what do you use for photo booth? Tablet or DSLR mirrorless camera? I use the DSLR mirrorless camera. It's like a Sony T. I'm not a Sony. It's a Canon T7. I want to say, or yeah, something like that. It's a Sony. I told y'all I can't talk. It's been a while. It's a Canon T7 camera. And then it has a tablet as the screen on there, and I want to get a tablet for the back, so I don't have to keep opening it to do everything. But you know, that's for a later date. I'm sure it takes other stuff to be able to do that. But yeah, I definitely use a DSLR. But I need to get another booth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need another booth. I've run into a situation just this weekend right here where I needed 2 booths, so I had to contract out for the second booth. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right, DJ Scow says, why don't you to put some light bars hang vertically on gravity stands with the sheds on top? Looks simple and I don't know, because I mean, you got to look at the simplicity of this right here. Like look at this image again. I mean, this is what it looks like, you know, here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get any simpler than that. You know, them being up on these gravity stands, it just looks easy. It looks clean. You know, you don't see any cords or anything up there. They can do their thing, and it's easier for me. It just looks clean. It looks clean. I just got tired of bringing those. I don't want anything that's like a bar. I don't want anything that goes like this and you can sit stuff on top of or hang anything. I don't want a T stand, hang them upside. No, I don't want any of that. It reminds me too much of a gig bar, and we all know how much I love those gig bars. It's always a running joke here when we talk about gig bars. I got so much slack over gig bars, but that's why I don't. I just like the simplicity of how it looks on the gravity stand. I don't want any T-shaped anything. I don't want to have to screw anything, you know, up and down, on top and bottom. I don't want to do any of that. I've been there, done all that. Okay, whoa, $650 for the Wolf Mix. I'll pass. It's worth it. Once you get version 1, see if version 1 is a little bit cheaper. Version 2, the only difference that I've seen on version 2, it uses the same software and everything, but version 2, it has like a USB-C on the back as well. But try version 1. Look for version 1 and see if that's a little bit cheaper. Oh, Teddy Max booth for the win. Buy Wolf Mix MK2, not MK1. Oh well. I'm going to have to deep dive tomorrow on YouTube for the Wolf Mix versus Soundswitch. Yeah. But remember, that's all opinion based. I mean, you don't know. Wolf Mix could be your end all, or Soundswitch could be what you need. You just don't know. That's all opinion based. And just like Wickham says, once you buy the Wolf Mix, you're good to go for as long as you have it. Soundswitch, you're going to pass the $650 mark after you pay for the subscription and the controller as the time passes by. Just some stuff to consider. See, everything is opinion based. Everything is. That's why you got to do what's best for you. You most certainly have to do what's best for you. What's best for, it's, you know, sometimes I realize that it may be heavy on the pockets, but it makes it easier for me. Like, you know, revamping this whole light system. Of course, I mean, I'm going to be totally transparent with you. I got all the wash movers from Sheds. Like, they sent me all 4 of them. But I had to buy all the gravity stands. I had to buy all the brackets that go on the bottom of the lights. I had to buy the case that goes that holds all 4 of them instead of just having a 2 light case. and I absolutely love the case. There's only one problem with it, just not enough room to put other stuff in there. But sometimes I had to pay a pretty penny to get all that stuff together. But at the end, I'm satisfied with the results. So yeah, $650, but I'm sure you've invested more money doing other stuff within the DJ business that you probably regret. I mean, if you sell a couple of items that you don't use, you can have maybe half of it just by selling a couple of things you don't use. I'm sure all DJs have lights they don't use. All DJs have, older equipment that they don't use. Start selling stuff $100 a piece and that you're just chipping away at it. That's just a suggestion from me. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions that you guys may have? Please throw that hashtag ask in the chat, in the comments, so that I can answer them for you. We got probably I'll be on here about another 7 minutes, and then it'll be time to lay it down. I need to lay it down. This week has been a long week, super long week. And I cannot wait, because once I'm done here and done this weekend, I can really focus on some other stuff. Next week's show, one of the things I want to talk about, I know it'll be last minute, but one of the things I want to talk about next week is gift ideas for DJs. I'm going to talk about that topic. So you guys bring your ideas for what you would want for a DJ, and I may feature you in the video that I'm going to make for it. So I definitely want to feature some DJ gift ideas for next week's conversation. And, because DJs need love too, man. We got certain gifts and stuff we would like to. Like, can you please provide us with the stuff that we need? Not some crazy tie or gloves, or we don't need none of that stuff. Well, unless you live in like Minnesota and New York, maybe. Let's see here. Antonio Lockhart 21. I love my Wolf Mix 1, but I'll be getting Sound Switch when they switch to version 3.0. From my research, Sound Switch has many more functions and options. Both Lighting USA sells a pre-programmed DMX program. Yes, they do. Again, very opinion based. That works for him. Between him and Wickham, they've got different opinions on it. I love my Wolf Mix. I just love that thing. I love that there's a lot of headroom on it. There's a lot of things that you can learn and still do with it. I have yet to figure out, you know what I would really love to do? I would really love to figure out how to connect my cold sparks to it, because there's a smoke feature on there. And instead of it just doing smoke, I would love to be able to hit that button and my cold sparks fire. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to work on whenever I get some free time. I want to add some more presets. I want to put the cold sparks on there. I want to add some more live edits, some more scenes, things like that. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to be setting up here. Daniel Rodriguez says, what case are you using for the Wolf Mix? Well, it's like, it's one of those like, plastic hard, cases that has foam on the inside. Like, I just kind of created a case for it. It's not really a particular case, but I think it's called, I'm trying to think of that little thing that's in the corner. It's like a triangle in the corner. I never read it, what it says. It's something case. I got it from Amazon. But it's just like, it's just like a hard case. It's probably like this big here. And it has foam that already came in there. And then you just, of course, take out the little pieces that work for your Wolf Mix. And for your cord. And I want to clean up. I want there to be no doubt when I press the button that it something's going to receive something a long distance away. So that's probably one thing. I just need like an extender, like a signal extender that I want to add to the setup. But all that stuff is, you got to figure out where that goes, especially on the T stand. You got to figure out all that stuff. So it's always something. Let's see here. What else we got? Apache case, Harbor Freights. Thanks for hitting it. Oh yeah, I see you guys have hit the like button to get us to 10, but can we get to 20? And is there any way to get to 20 within the next 3 minutes or before you get out of here? All right. So while we wait to get another question here, let me just remind you that we will be doing the round robin New Year's Eve jam. Now, if you want to tune into that and be able to see that, you're going to have Twitch. You're going to have Twitch. So if you have not signed up for Twitch, you need to sign up for Twitch as soon as you can. If you want to see or be a part of this, you need a Twitch account. So I would highly recommend that you sign up for one. Mine is DJ JayBook. Okay. And if you would like to be a part of it, we're going to try to I'm hoping that this will work. 10 DJs, whether it be girls or men, 10 DJs. And we're going to try to do what I would consider to be a round robin. What that means is, we'll start at like 8 o'clock at night and everybody get a 30-minute set. So I'll start off first. I'll do 30 minutes and then I will go raid over to another channel, which is one of you guys, and you will do 30 minutes. And then when you're done, you will go raid over to the next DJ in that order and you'll do 30 minutes. And, hopefully all these channels work because I would like it to make it all the way, to the New Year's time frame. And then we could do a drop and then let 2 DJs go right after that to give, 1 hour after it. And boom, there's your New Year's Eve. That way you don't have to leave the house, especially if you're going to be in the house this year for New Year's, since it's going to be during the week. If you're going to be in the house, this is a great time for you to be able to be a part of this because nobody looks at the New Year's Eve stuff that's on TV anymore. It sucks. It's old. It's terrible. If we can get this done, this can be the start of something. Because then next year, if nobody has a gig or if you don't have a gig, if I don't have a gig, we can do 20 DJs and then we'll shrink it down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes raid, 15 minutes raid. And this just gives us as a community an opportunity to be able to do something that is not done. I haven't seen anybody really doing that and just pulling in the community and just doing that. I would love if we could have a place to meet up and everybody just kind of do stuff, and 15 minutes, then the next DJ just walk in and we just have one shot, one camera, one shot on there. That would be nice, but we're not there yet. So we gotta raid first. So if you do not have Twitch, you need to get Twitch. You need to download it. You need to sign up for it. You need to get your username. You also need to have a camera, a good, reliable camera. And then you need to have your setup and you need to have, I'm going to have this checklist on here. You also need to have, some type of interface, an audio interface that will allow you to be able to connect sound from your board to the laptop or to a laptop to give you a signal so that we can hear you and that it'll produce online. All of these things need to be checked. So I'm going to be creating a checklist. I'll probably do that on Sunday, and then I will start advertising on my Instagram page on Monday. That if you would like to sign up, we will do some test runs to make sure that we can see your page, make sure your camera's right, make sure your sound is right. That way, when we go live on the 31st, we're already ready. We're going to try to do this the right way and not try to have hiccups. You got to make sure your internet is strong enough. All of these things. So we've got a checklist and everything for you here. So definitely follow me on IG and be ready for that. If you guys are pumped for that, yeah, Wickman, yeah, DJ G Kenny. We'll probably do 30 minutes. I mean, we'll kind of put that together as far as who will actually do the ball drop. Oh, okay. All right. I think I got all of that. Ask your top 3 Latin tracks at the moment. Oh God, Bad Bunny stuff. Oh Jesus. Man, when I had to do that Latin wedding, well, half Latin wedding, they just had so many Bad Bunny. So it was like Mark Anthony, Bad Bunny, and a couple of J Balvin. So pretty much Bad Bunny. Oh, what's the one with that one goes off huge. That was crazy. DJ Eric, I wish I could tune in to the New Year's thing, but I will be DJing a wedding. Hey, look, it's okay. It's okay. If you can have something available to be able to tune in, that's cool too. That's cool too. But we just want to start this. So this is going to be an ongoing thing, hopefully. And next year, we probably won't have the same DJs because there'll be people who have gigs. And as we get closer to New Year's being on a weekend, I'm sure there'll be more and more DJs who have weddings and gigs and whatever, that will be. So the cool thing about it is it should always be different. It should always be different. So, like I said, those are all the things that you guys need to know, and then we'll just grow that from there. And I'll be in contact with G Kenny to help try to get the word out as well. But definitely make sure that you are following my Instagram. It is very important that you follow my Instagram. That's where I post the most stuff. That's where I got all your news for that. Okay, guys. Well, we are back and we have done another show. It has been a great time coming back, talking and chopping it up with you guys. I appreciate everybody for coming out and checking out the show. We'll be back next week, 7 p.m. EST, live right here on Twisted Transitions. Make sure you check us out then, set your notifications up. And if you're getting Twitch and everything tonight, make sure you give me a follow. And I will be doing my live drive at 5 next Wednesday at 5 p.m. EST for about 1 hour, just playing some music. I forgot to put my poll up, so I'll just come up with some type of mix to put together. Usually I ask you guys what you guys want to hear, and we'll try to do something like that. What decade or what type of genre? So we'll see. But that would be that. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. If you got a gig, make sure you crush it, and remember that gig is just an audition for the next one. We will see you guys all again next week. Make sure you're living to strive, not to survive. We'll see you soon. Peace, people.